dragons, bush babies, Dokkabis, Mami Wata. Today we'll be talking about popular Korean and Nigerian mythological beings. Buckle up, guys. So let's begin with the first creature on the list, dragons. There are different types of dragons. There's a legend of the dragons all over the world. You have European dragons, you have African dragons. Yes, Africans have dragons. You have Northern and Southern American dragons, and you have Asian dragons. The dragons we're talking about now is the Korean dragons, and they're also known as young. Very occasionally, a dragon may be depicted as carrying a giant orb known as the Yeongju. It is the Korean name for the mythical Mani in its claw or in its mouth. It was said that whoever could wield the Yeongju, which is this Mani we're talking about, was blessed with the abilities of omnipotence and creation at will. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of power. The dragon symbol has been used extensively in Korean culture. Ancient Korean texts sometimes mention sentient speaking dragons, capable of understanding complex emotions such as devotion, kindness, and gratitude. I'll pause here to say that this is one of the major differences I see between Asian dragons and European dragons. Asian dragons are usually depicted as ancient stately creatures or hilarious lovable characters. We have the pink dragon in the Wish Dragon, Mushu in Mulan, the dragons in Avatar The Last Airbender, and the dragon in Dragon Balls. Whereas European dragons, on the other hand, burn them all with fire, Dracarys, finish them, show no mercy. So now we're moving on to the next mystical creature, which is of Nigerian origin. So our first Nigerian mystical being we'll be talking about today is the Mami Wata, also known as the Queen of the Coast. Let me pause to say the legend of the Mami Wata was one of the few causes of my childhood trauma. I mean, look at movies like Karishika and then Ashimo. Bro, those movies traumatized me, and they also gave very beautiful fair girls a bad rap. Here's the secret. A girl can be fair with very long dark hair, curvy and very beautiful, and not belong to the marine kingdom. I hope this truth sets you free. Moving on. So Mami Wata are mermaids, not the type you see in Pirates of the Caribbean or Legends of the Blue Sea. No. This is a West African version of mermaids, and it is vastly different. First, let me get to their description. Mami Watas are female with a naked human upper torso and fishtail for lower limbs. In some cases, there are no fishtails, just regular old human feet, but with a huge AF python encircling her body. And there are mirrors in the mix somewhere too. Also, her hair is usually long and dark. It's either straight in dreadlocks or afro. Legend has it that Mami Wata has a kingdom beneath the sea and uses her beauty and feminine wiles to lure unsuspecting males to their doom. So some other legends state that is false information peddled by folks who wish to ruin the benevolent reputation of Mami Wata. They say she is in fact very nice and would love to give you riches and whatnot, so far you continually pay homage to her. Not a peep about damning the souls of lustful, clueless men who are easily swayed by outwardly beauty. You are free to choose whatever narrative you think you like, though. So our next mythical being is that of Korean, and it is a Dokabi. Dokabis are also known as Korean goblins. Like in the case of dragons, there are European goblins, Asian goblins, Middle Eastern goblins, and African goblins. Goblins everywhere. Think of a small, devil-looking creature that causes mischief. Yep. Dokkabis are nature's deities or spirits possessing extraordinary powers and abilities that are used to interact with humans. Sometimes they play tricks, and other times they are nice to humans. They are also known to possess inanimate objects stained with blood. Other facts about Dokkabis: they are extremely good at wrestling. You cannot beat them in the ring, except maybe you exploit their right side, which is known as their weakness. Other legends state that Dokkabis have only one leg. So to win, you got to hook one leg and push them. Poor Dokkabis. The Dokkabis also have fire, as in they appear by tall blue flame. They also possess magical items such as a Dokkaebi hat, known as a Dokkaebi gamut, which grants the ability of invisibility, and a Dokkaebi magic club called a Bangmangi, which can act as a functional magic wand. So let's move on to the African goblin or Gnome. And in this case, it's a bush baby. Yes, I know there are a lot of debates by the intellectuals that a bush baby is an animal and not in fact a mythical creature. Well, first of all, simply because a thing bears a similar name with an actual animal does not mean it does not have the right to stand on its own as a myth. Yes, we know there is an African mammal called galagos, also known as the bush baby. But in this case, we are talking about the mythical creature called a bush baby. Yeah? Yep. So bush babies are called Igbere in Yoruba, and they always have a mat called Eni Ibere in their possession. It is believed that if one steals the mat from the bush baby and are able to ignore it as it cries and trails the person, such a person will become filthy rich beyond their wildest imagination. Kind of similar to the Irish legend of the leprechaun's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I understand that the bush baby is known to be malevolent. That means it is very, very wicked. I can't help imagining what it will do to a poor soul that attempts to steal his mat and fails. If you think you have the liver, you can totally venture into the thick forest and find the bush baby. Knock it over the head, flee with his mat, instant riches. That will be all, guys. Hopefully, I will get to make a second video where I share more Korean and Nigerian mythical creatures. My name is Precious Nkem. Until next time, bye-bye.